Did it freeze? No?
No,
It's good. It's
we're good.
Okay.
We're good this time. It's working.
Tara, and I'm here with Ben Rohde.
Good to see you.
Sending you guys so much love. We're here at Synergita. It's here up at, where is this at? It's up in the...
Oh my gosh.
So cool.
Well, that's a small...
And I know Spanish.
Yeah, rich coast, right? It's not just about the money. Like having money is important for the safety, security, to allow us to do all the things that we want to do and be able to have the things we want to do. But okay, once we have the money, we actually have to make that consciousness shift of, okay, how am I going to make my life more multidimensional? Focus on relationship for a little bit. Focus on friendships and community in a little bit.
Life purpose. Are we living our life purpose?
What's the next level of my life purpose? What's next for me?
Well, and one of the things I am so grateful for. And okay, first of all, who's watching? Go ahead and share. I see some hearts. I see Carlos is on.
Carlos.
Marisa.
Armando.
Yay! See lots of love here. Awesome. So money is just physical evidence of, actually one of our friends was sharing physical evidence of the value that we're exchanging. So it's just the evidence. Like we can focus on that, but it's just following the energy. So if you're seeing money come and go, that's just the energy, right?
Yeah. And I'll say one more thing I thought was funny is people who feel like they don't want to make money or that they shouldn't have to make money because we should be gifting each other things. Well, I feel like what I want to be gifted sometimes is, services, from you guys, but also sometimes what I want to be gifted is money for my services, right?
Yeah, that feels good. I see Allie's on and Carlos is on. Yeah, so we wanted to talk a little bit about this new paradigm around money, and there's many. Some of you guys are watching or are going to watch this later that are already successful. You're successful leaders. Maybe you're in the coaching industry. Like you figured out this game of how to make money, and it's like, well, what's the next level? Like where do we go after that? Because it's just money.
Yeah. So here's the thing. In the old paradigm, what it looks like is saving up your 401k, storing your money away just in case you lose it all, or you lose,
save.
You have a bad month or two in your business, and so you've got some money in savings, right? What happens when we think the thought, what if I have a bad month? What if it all falls apart? At least I'll have my backup. Then you're creating the timeline where you need the backup. Money isn't actually meant to be held on to. Money is energy. It's meant to be circulated.
It's like water.
And so what happens when you have a client who doesn't want to give you money, right? They're like, oh, well, I can't because I don't have the money, right? Or I don't want to, do whatever with it. Then now they stop the flow. And now whatever it was that you needed or wanted or the coach you were going to hire, now you can't hire them because you don't have the money. So now they don't have the money. And so now everybody stopped. So rather than all of us growing together, we hold on tight, and then it disappears anyway, and now we're like, shit, from the fear trying to get going again.
We're disobeying these laws when we come from that place of I can't afford it, or like what you're talking about, like saving, like this old paradigm. We just came from this magical waterfall, and I love waterfalls because they teach us about these laws of affluence. I mean, you wouldn't imagine if you have like a spring and water's coming through, it's an endless supply. There's as much as you want. If you want to get a tank load, if I want a cup,
mouthful,
whatever. It's endless. It's following these laws. And so it's the same. And so it's like, it's looking at where are you right now? Like, are you creating this flow and contributing to the planet in this way, or are you stopping it?
Yeah. And so, I'll give one example. I'll give an example of how people don't realize they're stopping this flow. If there's something that you're like, whoa, this is like, I've wanted this forever. This is everything I've ever wanted. So for example, what we're doing here at Synergita is we're creating an enlightened community of leaders on 120 acres.
Powerful.
And so like, this is the community that you've been thinking of in your dreams for the last decade. Like this is the one that every single person is like, oh my God, this is what I've been dreaming of. Oh my God, we have an enlightened school for my kids. We've got, you know, we got community. We've got
Horses.
food growing on the land. We've got waterfalls. We're free. We're sovereign. Like, oh my God, this is it. Oh, but okay, have fun with that. I'm gonna go keep doing my thing. Like, no, this is it.
No, it's like you got to step into
We're
that
here.
reality. You got to step and claim your power as a creator God and goddess.
You created us.
We choose.
We're just a figment of your imagination. Thank you. I want to thank you for creating us, because
Yeah.
the first thought that you had of, I want to create an enlightened community of leaders where we're living together, growing our kids together.
Yeah.
You created us. Thank you.
Thank
Here we
you.
are. Now step into your dream. We're here.
Yeah, and then what happens is when we stop that, it's just sad. And Allie says, I love that. Monica says,
Thanks,
I love
everybody. Hey, Dow.
it. Dow.
Best chocolate in the world, right there.
Best what?
Best chocolate.
Awesome.
Stop.
Oh, yes, I had some.
Yep.
The mint chocolate.
She shared.
I love it.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
shared with everyone. So good. And so, okay, if we want to talk about accessing this new paradigm, and the way that we do is stop the old paradigm. Like, look at, where are you still playing in this old game? What kind of words are you using? Something that I've been really pondering about is how words are either encoded to liberate us or enslave us. One of our friends, Nigel Henry, really started to get me thinking about this. And so if you're just, the word actually contains a program. It's a mind virus. And if you're using it, you're still buying into that old program. And so what if you are in just this very moment choosing, I'm a creator God. I create my own reality. I'm awake in my dream. And if there's something that you desire that's from the heart, you create it and you choose it. You step into it. You find the solution. And when you do, then more doors open.
So words are coding, right? And words in the form of sentences, which are just words chained together to create certain coding and belief structures, and words are physical things. Like, they're non-physical, but they're also very physical, because you can take a concept and work your way around this concept in a way where it becomes real. And so so these words become the computer coding that creates the computer system that we're living in. So the words that we speak literally create the reality that we're in.
Yeah.
And so for those who want something new, whatever it is, right? I mean, abundance isn't just about abundance, and affluence isn't just about money, right? It's about it's about everything. It's about everything at once. So, like, having the money in your bank account means nothing. But what if
It's a number.
What if you use the money you have in your bank account to say, okay, cool, I have this much now, whether it's $10 or $10 million. It's all the same. It all is actually the same in one aspect that would take a longer time explaining. But in reality, people are freaked out when they have, $10, and then often people that have 10 million are also freaked out, right?
Yeah.
They're freaked out about losing it. They're freaked out because they just had 100 million. Now they only have 10 million.
Yeah.
Right?
I've met so many people that 7, 8-figure business owners have money blocks too. So it's not like, oh, you make 1 million, you make 10 million, and that goes away. No,
I talked to a woman the other day that she only had $8 million, and so she had to hold on to her money because that was her retirement. It's all programs in our minds, and so it's all delusional. Like, we can look at this and say that's delusional.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally be set for your life and your kid's life and your kid's kid's life, and let's stop focusing on just the money.
Yeah.
And focus on life.
Well, and the thing is that if you're still attached to this old paradigm and you're using those codes and you're playing that game, you're not able to access this heaven on earth, these higher dimensions. And what Ben and Jen have created here, and what we're participating in, is heaven on earth. And it's the other thing is that what I have really learned, especially over this, I manifested. Over the past, I want to address something that Monica said, where she's in the actions and relationships where flow is not happening. The fastest way to shift that is to haul your ass and make sure you are surrounded by high vibrational people. And so, because there's some
Go
things,
team.
I mean, there's some things, like he has codes, Jen has codes that I don't have. And so, like, we're all hanging out, and there's like this piece, and then I'm up leveling, and they're up leveling, and then we're continually expanding, and we're greater than the sum of our parts.
Oh my gosh. Yes, and that's the point. And so
Yeah.
it's like, so one of the things that we've been talking about while, what is it, 8 adults? Is that what we've been around here? I think we've been 8 adults.
And 13 kids.
And 13 kids. We're outnumbered. We do have support. So one thing we've been talking about is the show Sense8, where they have soul pods, where each soul pod, or each member in the soul pod, has a specific gift that the others don't have. A specific gift that is needed for the others, and if they're not in a place where they're able to give that gift, others are suffering,
Yeah.
right? And so where are you supposed to be stepping up into offering your gift to your soul pod, and
Yes.
where are you holding back, right? And so notice, if you're holding back from your soul pod, they're going to be holding back on you.
Yeah.
And so this is where, like, hanging out with the correct soul family, where, you know, like, we just, they have a casita here, right? They have a casita here at Synergita, and we're specifically just started working with AJ to help us with our organization.
World-class
right?
team building and leadership. And
Right, we have like 3 different businesses that we need some, like, it's a lot, right? We
Yeah.
need some support with it. And so, like, thanks Soul Pod for doing the work to, come together and be here and
Yeah.
have the genius. And, like, we've done our part, they've done their part. Everybody sitting around the table has done their part and
Yeah.
is now coming together to create the impossible as possible.
It's so powerful. I love the. Okay, let's see if I can put it into language that we can, because it's almost like when you put it into words, it doesn't quite capture it. This place is not. It's a higher dimensional environment, and so it allows us to expand and to step into that reality. So there's lots of other retreat centers, and you're hearing lots of different. And I mean, there's a reason why there's all these different communities and things are being
Popping
formed.
up all over the place.
Yeah, and the intention that they have set in creating this, it's just, it's mind.
Yeah,
mind-blowing.
so one of the things that we teach is a multidimensional structure where we start at the first dimension, which is like the iron core crystal of the earth. It's grounding. It's safety, right? We've got to start there.
Well, just like one thing about that. Sorry. And that's the thing is, many of you, if you're really spiritual and you get all this, but you're not birthing into the physical reality, it's because of this.
Yeah, it's 1D and 3D, the 3D, right? So, like,
Yeah.
if we've got all these big ideas, 12D is, we're all one, we're all one.
Namaste.
Yay! Right? It's like, okay, we are all one, but we're, we came as individuals to have a different experience. So, let's be here having this experience. And, a big idea is great, but is it grounding into the physical? Like, do we have physical results, right? And
The evidence.
So anyway, like, I'll skip to 3D, 4D, 5D, 7D, right?
Yeah.
3D is the office job. There's barely any consciousness. Then you see a movie about The Secret or something that's like, create the life you dream, like the life of your dreams, right? That's 5D. And then you step into 4D to get it. 4D is the business, it's the coach, it's the transformational healer. That's 4D. It's the niche. Who am I? What do I do? Why am I here? It's the defining myself, which a lot of people don't want to do. Now, but you don't have to stay there forever, right? Then you go to the dream. You gonna say something?
Yeah, no, go on. I mean, the thing is that in 4D, this is something that Ben and Jen have talked a lot about. There's a lot of people we know, or that you can see that are successful, that they're killing it in the 4D game. But there's more. There's the next level.
Yeah, they're always like, what's next? I've done everything that I came here to do. When I was, quit my job, I had this huge dream. I'm here.
I'm living it.
And it's not what I thought it was going to be. What's next? Oh my God, but I can't stop. I got to keep going. More. Maybe if I just do more. Maybe if I just split test again, right? So 4D isn't meant to stay in. You have to graduate. Go to 5D, which is lucid in the dream. Now, once you're lucid in a dream, you get to create the world you want to create. What is it I want to do? And then you can create your 7D self, which is the highest dimensional version of you in physical form. It's your highest self in physical form. So it could be a Christ, it could be a Buddha, it could be a, you know, whatever spiritual teacher in the past, but also like a Martin Luther King, Gandhi, who is it that we always say? Like even a Marianne Williamson, a Tony Robbins, like these A-listers where, you know, you don't have to like them, but if you look at them, you're like, yeah, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's 7D. But in order to be in 7D at all times, which is the deal, it's the goal, like if we want our higher, like if we're doing something we don't want to do, our higher self's like, see you later, let me know when you're doing what I told you to do, you know? So if we're like, why me? It's like, well, your higher self's like, you weren't listening. So the 6D is the bridge between 5D and 7D, and it's the energy puzzle. To hold your highest self in, you have to have your energy puzzle taken care of, your life puzzle. What are all the pieces you have in your life that are out of whack, that your higher self's like, I can't be in when these things are out. So life partner, and that could be romantic, but it's also like, you know, coming together as a community.
Those you surround yourself with.
Yeah, joint ventures, stuff like that, right? Life partner, life purpose. What am I here to do? Am I on purpose? Am I on the right purpose? Am I actively living my purpose? And then living place, life partner, life purpose, living place.
Yeah.
So you want to live in a place where you wake up every morning.
This is my dream.
I'm free. I did it. Oh my God, we did
This
it.
is my dream. We're
Tara,
walking.
seriously, look what happened.
This is the dream.
We struggled and struggled, and we woke up, and here we are. Holy shit.
We were walking in the waterfall with our other friend Ami, and we had talked about this a few years ago about a mastermind and an expansion, and now we're doing it. We're doing, like, every other weekend we've been hanging out and up-leveling and activations, and here we were with our kids and our partners just hanging out at the waterfall.
Like, tell me this isn't the future. Tell me
this is our dream.
This isn't the dream. This is it. Like the 6D energy puzzle where we've got the cooks, because we have a full-on resort with the restaurant, and you know, like we've got places for the staff to sleep, and so we've got housekeeping.
And
we've
got conscious school
we've
for
got a
children.
conscious school. It's like we've got everything here.
Yeah.
Like this is a place. Like tell me, like have you come here and it's like, I don't have to think about food. I don't have to think about kids. I don't have to think about cleaning. I don't have to think about anything. Let's spend the time hanging out and raising our vibration. And you know, what are we going to do to change the planet? So that's the
those are the conversations that we're
having. So
having.
6D is the container for that. 7th dimension is your highest self in physical form. And 8D is the soul family, the soul pod, Sense8. I haven't put that together before.
Ooh.
Sense8, that's 8D. That's what we call 8D. Is you can't just be, you know, the top of the pyramid, the Tony Robbins, with nobody else to go to. It's lonely when you're doing it, when you're at the top doing it alone, right?
Yeah.
So, and you also have, there's a bigger chance, the bigger you get, there's a bigger chance of spiraling out of control. You know, you get a big head. When you become a reality creator and a world creator, it's so easy to create a world that is cool for you, but not cool for everyone else. Everyone's like, this guy's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So having a group of other leaders around you to be able to reflect that back at you, like, okay, let's
keep you in check.
Let's cool it a little bit. Let's calm down a little bit. Hi, Merrick.
What's
Merrick,
going
come here.
on?
It's okay. Merrick, venga. Come on, dude, over here.
Come here.
Over here.
Hi. Yeah, so it's been super powerful. And then for some of you, depending on where you are, like there's no judgment. It's just getting curious about it, because there's important steps along the way. And so sometimes we get feedback, and it's like, I mean, like we've all been there. Like, oh, I need to adjust this. I need to fire this person. I mean, things that aren't in alignment. I need to make alignment adjustments in my relationship. I mean, all of that.
In my language, in my words, like we can't all be experts at everything. In my health, like we can't all be experts in everything. So this is where it's important to have, you know, soul family to be like, hey, I'll help you. Oh, you're sick. Yeah. I mean, like being sick for us used to take us out for a week. Like how much revenue is that? You know, and now it's like, you know, we're back in 5 minutes.
Yeah. So it's really powerful to choose to come to an environment that's a higher dimensional environment that allows you to expand, where you're hanging out with others and you're continually activating and expanding, so that then you're able to do your work and send it out to the rest of the world. So
Huh,
it's been
Merrick.
powerful. And the other thing that I've really, I think many of us in our soul family have been working with lately is asking for support and sharing, like, because I don't have all the answers, and Ben doesn't have all the answers, and there's certain pieces that we each have, and so like the old paradigm was like, okay, I'm going to figure this out myself. I'm going to do this myself, and it's like, no, we aren't designed for that. That's not the new way of playing together. So
Yeah. So we want you here.
yeah.
We want you here. If you're feeling like I was saying before, those of you that are like, yeah, I've been wanting to do something in a community like this. Here's the train. Like, the train is here. The train's not going to be here together.
A multi-dimensional. Yeah. If you're a leader, you're here to have a massive impact. You're part of this. You're part of our soul family in this process of awakening, and you feel in your heart that desire to surround yourself with other soul family, to have that kind of environment. Then either reach out to me, reach out to Ben.
Go, hurry, go see
Reach
Nina.
out
Go see
to
Nina.
Ben.
Go see Nina.
There is something. Our friend Ami was here, and
Hold on, dude.
he's a visionary. He's a developer here in Costa Rica, and it's just, he really just got it. He's like, this is next level. Like, this, what you're building, what Ben and Jen's vision is the next level. It's locking in. It's this heaven on earth. They're going to have a business center here where
Business playground with video production company, radio booths, film crew to film every talk, to film every video, YouTube videos, sales videos, products, record radio shows and telesummits and everything. Like, we don't have to think about everything. Like, as leaders, we shouldn't have, each of us have, I've got my own video crew. We've got 20 people with 20 video crews and 20 editors and 20 video cameras and 20 green screens and 20 chefs and 20 everything. Like, what if we just had it all taken care of and we just show up and share the costs and
to come and be able. And for me, we live by the beach, and I love where we live, and it's not either or. And so to be able to come back here and to hang out with Soul Family, that what our kids get to experience and the conversations that they're having access to, and the shifts, it's that alone is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So the train's coming.
Yeah.
You set this timeline in motion when you said, someday I want to create a center, a community where we can live and grow and raise our kids together and hang out with a community of beautiful people, like a year-round mastermind where we're supporting each other. Like, you set that in motion. We downloaded the collective consciousness, the galactic internet. Everything that, we've been working with high-level leaders for 6 years, and so everything they've ever said they needed, boom, we've plugged it in. We've plugged it in here. This is why it seems so next level. We just listen. We listen to our clients. We listen to our higher selves. We listen to our future selves. We listen to our kids. And so, this is where, it's happening right now. So, not tomorrow, now.
Not tomorrow, now. Now is the time. So, and they're having, you want to talk about the founders
so we're having a
retreat?
founders retreat. So for people that are ready, willing, and able to invest, not tire kickers, like people who are like, oh my God, this is it. I'm in right now, immediately. I have the money. I'm ready to use it. I'm moving. I've got it. Let's go.
You know that you're a creator, God, and goddess. You're in that resonance, and you're ready to play with us.
Yeah, and even if you're not quite ready to move, but you're ready to invest and you're ready to, we've got crazy deals. What?
Yeah, like for us, we're not going to live here all the time.
But we've got crazy deals right now for no-brainer offers where people can make 40% off of their money. So investments aren't making, if you're making 10 or 11%, you're killing it. Even though the dollar is depreciating at 8% a year, so technically you're only making 2 to 3%, where we'll give you 40%. So and we've got deals, we got cool stuff. Now's the time to invest, whether you're going to move here or not. The train's sitting at the station. We're ready. We're here. You've been looking. Here it is. Hola, ¿cómo está?
Hola.
We're ready. A sign. It's here.
So if anyone's feeling it, if you're feeling it, this is the next step and you want to explore more, just comment below. Yes, yes, and I'll connect you with Ben if you're not friends already.
And we're doing interviews. There's a little application, and then come out. And the Founders Retreat. It's a 5-day experience. We're cultivating for people to kind of demonstrate how we're going to be holding each other accountable, and how we're for our higher selves, and how we're going to grow through these dimensions and the stages of growth. And we talk about timeline hopping and the dimensions of consciousness and universal law. And this is the coding of reality.
Yeah.
Time and
come
space.
to our dream.
Join me in my dream.
Yes. Send
Bye,
you guys
everybody.
so much love.
Love you all. See you soon.
Bye.